So some might say, why are we at the beach? Isn't this a real estate channel? We did this today because sometimes on this real estate channel, it's important to show you other than just real estate. Like, we have been grinding.
Yeah.
We have 17 deals going. We needed some saltwater therapy.
Saltwater therapy, ocean therapy.
Another part of this video is we are going to go to Ho'opili.
Gunther and Maria.
Close today.
Gunther and his family came through on the YouTube. They were viewers like you guys are right now.
You know, I'd like the Ho'opili. I mean, they're building 12,000 homes. There's schools. There's going to be a new high school.
I grew up surfing this beach. Me and Dane and Matt, we'd be down here 12 hours a day.
Not the best conditions. I'm sure we got some like eating it compilations.
Compilations.
Compilations. Ooh, that's a good one.
Quick pro tip, when you go beach, you don't need your slippers on the sand. So you just leave them close to the shower, on the grass, and then you're on. But anyways, let's talk about some real estate. So what's your perception of the market right now compared to even a month ago?
I am seeing a lot more competition on the buy side. I do help primarily a lot of our buyers, and we're now finding ourselves in situations where we're in a multiple offer situation. You know, we do a lot of virtual showings for our clients, so I'm going to open houses. Before, when it would be, I go to an open, I'm talking story with the agent a lot because maybe there's not that many people here. The last one I went to had to have had at least 20 other people.
The Kaneohe.
The Kaneohe one.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were, you know,
Well, one of them was our clients.
One of them. Yeah, I didn't even meet them. And then I got to meet another family too who watches the YouTube, so that was cool.
Do you know their names?
The Chungs.
The Chungs. Shout out to the Chungs.
That was their first public open, and they already had 6 offers in.
Well, let's talk about that. A lot of people move here and they're like, I would really love to be on the east side, but my budget is X, you know, 900, a million, 1.1. Kailua, single family, doesn't really exist. And Kaneohe, occasionally there's like a unique something.
Yeah.
And this was one of those things.
It was listed at under $1 million, which is just for
it's not going to go under $1 million.
No way.
If you see something in Kaneohe go for like under 9 something, it's a little plantation home on a CPR where the, you know, like half an acre has been divided and then no yard, maybe concrete, maybe common parking or something.
All that being said,
Market's heating up.
Market's heating up.
Or not, it's already heated up.
People ask us like, oh, when are the slow times? When are the busy times? We are coming out of what was slow for us, for our team, a slower part of the year for our team, and now it's just really revved up.
Interest rates didn't change.
Yeah.
Housing supply or like approval for building another 10,000 homes, like nothing major in that way has affected the market.
It's just that time of year.
Now we're running on years of this YouTube channel producing a ton of clients for us. December and January always bring this feeling of insecurity.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow, we don't have as much business at the moment. And then sometime late January or to mid-February, the phone picks up and then we see those escrows and those closings March and April through the summer. And so Hawaii does have a seasonality, not like Arizona, because things actually slow down because it's hard to show homes when it's 117 degrees.
That must be like
And
slow
so
season.
their season's weird. It's not like Utah where it's too cold to show homes. But there is a seasonality because 80% of people in America move in the second and third quarter of the year. So that means second half of the first quarter is when people start moving chess pieces or whatever. We just brought 2 new listings 2 weeks in a row. Our Kaneohe listing had 50 to 60 parties come to the open house. We are in escrow on that home. With several strong over-asking backup offers. We brought this condo to the market.
Yeah. I was so wondering how that one was gonna do.
Were you bullish on it? Were you confident?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. me neither.
Yeah.
I prepared the client. She's like, yeah, it looks so amazing. And to keep expectations in line, I said, it's still a tougher sale, but we are positioned as great as we could be. I did not set an offer deadline. The strategy for the Kaneohe home was no showings until Sunday, showing Sunday through Wednesday, offers due Wednesday evening to be reviewed Thursday. That was the strategy for Kaneohe, and it worked well. I wasn't bullish and didn't want to play that game for this one, and so it was offers to be reviewed as they come in. Now, we ended up getting multiples of offers within a small amount of time. So we kind of had that effect anyway.
Did she accept something?
We
already?
accepted yesterday, or she
okay.
accepted yesterday. Typically, election years bring a strong economy, but who knows? I'm a fan of keeping real estate. You win monopoly by keeping them, but if your circumstances are such that you are going to be selling in the next 12 months,
Yeah.
the iron might be hot for striking right now.
Yeah.
So we can potentially work out post-closing occupancy agreements, lease backs, rent backs.
The timing of it really makes a difference. We've had a wonderful, beautiful thing that I feel like if it came in the spring would have been real fast, but because they waited and came to market.
Mililani.
Yes.
Yeah. It didn't make sense that we had such a tough time selling that. Yeah, Mahe had this listing in Mililani Mauka. Quite frankly, seller was ready to pull it, and we closed when?
In like a week or something.
If that were to be brought to market today at the same price, same beautiful presentation, I don't think that happens.
Yeah, I don't think so
I think
either.
it's competitive.
Yeah.
But we brought it to market when? January?
Like when it was pretty slow. I mean, sometimes your timing is such that, no, this is when I have to do it. This is when I have to move. But give us a call. Maybe there's something we can help you strategize so that you can still list it now, even if you're not ready to depart. So give us a call, fill out the contact form, let us know what your needs are, what your timing looks like, because like Derek said, now might be the best time.
We put, 4 into escrow in Ho'opili in the last
In like the last month or 2 months.
couple weeks.
Yeah, in the last couple
Couple
weeks
weeks
even.
we put 4.
Yeah.
Ho'opili is moving for us again. We do a number of Ho'opili deals a year. What's the latest on Ho'opili? There's going to be another single family batch coming?
Yeah, so there is. So right now, today, actually, I don't really know. As of yesterday, there were only 3 single-family houses left, new
Okay.
construction in Ho'opili. So
2
there
now?
were 5.
Oh, there were 5.
Yeah, and then Kenny's one took the one the day before. Then we took the last 4-bedroom the day after, and then there were only 3 3-bedrooms left.
Yeah.
So at this point, I don't know if those are even still there.
Shout outs to Selena.
Shout out to Selena and Ryan. Ho'opili is interesting because right now, people are starting to realize, like, I better get one, which we're like, yeah, you better, because
Yeah.
the next batch is going to be different. Where we kind of see all of the single-family homes now, they're making a jump more Mauka towards the freeway. It's more Mauka even than where all the condos currently are.
Yeah.
It's a perimeter lot.
Potentially closer off the freeway.
Definitely closer off
I
the
mean,
freeway.
so 3-4 minutes saved, maybe?
That's where the new high school is going to go whenever they finally build it. I
Yeah.
was in the office the other day kind of like trying to see what's up with it, but really they don't really know yet. We're waiting to hear from developer. Tentatively July or August is when we're going to hear more about it.
I don't want to stake a claim that we do more than anyone, but we're up there.
We do quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they literally have had things that happen and we get the very first phone call.
Yeah.
Someone got a great deal. One of our clients walked into
Yeah.
probably comfortable, I'm confident 80,000 in equity.
I was going to say like 100,000.
100-ish, confidently at least 80,000 equity, maybe, because they were able to get this deal before anyone else.
And shamelessly, we want you guys to call us. We would love to help you with that. But if you don't let them know that we're helping you, we may not be able to. So make sure you go to
Yeah.
our contact form, fill it out, and let us know you're interested in Ho'opili, and we'll definitely hook you guys up.
You know, let's touch on that. I went to the open house. Multiple people were like, hey, watch the YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, I watch YouTube. It got to the point where someone would walk in and they would go, hey, I would go, I watch you on YouTube. And then, no, I watch you on YouTube. One was our clients, Tika and Joe.
Tika and Joe.
And they were like, I know you don't know who we are, but we know who you are. We're working with Mahe. I would say, hey, I just have to ask you. I saw on my sign-in sheet you signed in and you have an agent, and that's great. Stick with your agent. Respect them. How could we have hooked you? Like, how could we have gotten you sooner? I mean, you obviously, like, we vibe, like, you're so excited. Like, answers I got. We probably would have reached out to you, but when we came for a trip, we were at a family party, and I guess our auntie is a realtor. So we used our auntie, and I was like, okay, fair enough. 2 or 3 other people said, you know, I watched you for months leading up to my move. I watched you a ton, and when we got here, I clicked on something on a website. All of a sudden, I was on the phone with an agent, and I went to a showing, and then I was just in an agreement, and I just have an agent now. I'm sorry. And well, you know, they weren't dissatisfied
Yeah.
necessarily, but I think one of them probably didn't love their agent, but the other two are, hey, my agent's good. And I was like, okay, well, congratulations, no hard feelings. I just can't not ask because I'm always looking to improve.
Yeah.
So to your point about shamelessly asking, yes, we would love for you to reach out to us if you get value out of this channel, if it's helped your entire move back home, you know, or your PCS to Hawaii, or whatever the case may be, and you're gonna go new construction, we'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And it's the same for you, the way the deal doesn't change. I could see if like, oh, if we don't use you, Derek, then the deal changes. That's not the case. We built this channel without that realtor asking vibe,
Yeah,
for sure.
and we definitely didn't do it very much and not well in the beginning, but I think enough time has gone where there have been enough people who are like, oh shoot, I should have just called you.
I would have.
Yeah, where now
just
we
didn't.
need to be like explicit. Please call us.
Yeah.
Please fill out the contact form.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
go to coreteamhawaii.com. We want to hear from you and we want to help you. Since we're here at Barbers, we're gonna pop over to Ho'opili, but there's another place called Ulu. Single families are usually first come, first serve on those, but condos are a lottery system. If you want that, contact us. We'll need to help you fill that out. We'll need to look into owner occupancy. If you're an investor, it may not work for you, so let's talk about other options. But Ka'ulu, that's another one right down the road from here. This is probably the beach you're gonna be coming to.
One of the important reasons you work with our team, if you're buying virtually, all of this like, oh, it's great, it features a bathtub. No, you have to be honest. Listing photos, it's like the dad bod trick. They look like this. We do the video, and it's different.
Mega sun chips in your hand. Of course I have closing baskets in my car. Student driver. I'm a realtor. Of course I can't parallel park. All right, guys, so as promised, we met up with Gunther and Maria. Very special day for them. Today, they got their keys. They closed on their brand new construction here in Ikena in Ho'opili. What led you to decide on new construction here in Ho'opili versus open market somewhere else? Or even, I know you were considering other markets like Florida.
Yes.
Why here?
Well, obviously this is, a piece of paradise. The weather is nice year round. It definitely does not get as hot as Florida during the summertime because we experienced that a few years ago when we went for 2 weeks in the middle of summer in July. Very hot and humid. Hawaii, we've been out here every year throughout the past 10 years, different parts of the season. It never gets as hot as Florida. In terms of the new construction, just for a little peace of mind, we don't have to worry about things breaking down and whatnot. So that was essentially the ultimate reason why we wanted new construction.
If any, what would you say were the obstacles or hurdles you guys were kind of worried about in purchasing kind of semi-remotely like you guys did half the time in here, half the time, or a lot of the time actually from California?
Watching the content that you guys have pushed out on the internet definitely helps out. The actual physical appearance, that's something that we wanted to, come by, check out in person, check out the area, feel the vibe, coupled with what you guys have pushed out with all the good content. Ultimately, that's what started this, right? Is see you guys on YouTube, seeing all the great videos you guys pushed out. It's very informative, very transparent. That kind of led, from one step to another, and this is the end result.
Gunther and his family came through on the YouTube. They were viewers like you guys are right now. They reached out to the team. We had a consult, and sometime, what has it been, like a year already?
Yeah, more or less.
Probably like a year now.
Yeah.
And today we finally got their keys and they closed, and we're very excited for them. If you guys had any kind of advice for anybody who is looking either to relocate to Hawaii or to purchase here in new construction, what kind of advice would you give any of our viewers?
Definitely do your research. Check out as many videos as you can. That kind of helps with the visual aspect of it. Feeling the vibe, right? That's one thing where it's kind of hard to kind of conceptualize.
Yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to come by. I'd like the Ho'opili. I mean, they're building 12,000 homes. There's schools. There's going to be a new high school that's going to be built, a new elementary school that's going to be built. The middle school's already done. There's at least one community pool. They're building another one as we speak. Costco is going to be right up the street. It's close to the beach. White Plains, Barbers Point. They have the tram with 2-3 stations. The mall is right down the street, 3 minutes. UH is a mile away, 5-10 minutes away from Pearl Harbor. So if you're in the military, this is where it's at. I mean, centralized, right? It's all around a good place to be, new neighborhood, seems safe. We just like it. It's awesome.
Yay, congratulations!
Yay, thank you.
On the listing side, we get listing referrals from our previous clients. We get our sphere of influence, people that we know. Occasionally we're selling past clients' homes. We've been considering choosing a neighborhood or two to basically make a plan to take over. And postcards and making ourselves more present and focusing on a few neighborhoods for listings. If you're a local person watching this, let us know if you think your community would be a good community for that focus. With that, I want to shout out to Scott. I'm not going to say your last name because maybe you don't prefer, but Scott referred 2 clients last week to us. It's here. I'm going to read Scott's words. Derek, thanks for the update. My passion and mission is to be an example and to do the things that I'd only wished my elders did for me, including my parents. Now that I've been successful in my military career and my personal life, by the way, local brada, military, just for clarification, not that it matters, but personal life, I only want to give and keep growing, giving to the ones who are receptive to hearing the message. Mahalo for all that you do with your business and channel. You're doing a great thing for the local people by putting the local spin with your content. Also, if you get shit for promoting buying from military buyers, don't be fazed. I believe every American has the right to be an owner towards anywhere they choose. This is why it was important for me to mention like local guy, but local military. I'll keep promoting you. I believe in you and what your team is doing. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Mahalo, my brother. I'll keep in touch when I get leads. Scott. I just want to say thank you. That's awesome. We appreciate gassing us up because sometimes when you're in the spotlight, you catch stones too.
Yeah, and that's like a very specific brand of gassing up that really resonates with me and probably with you too, just because it is kind of a weird thing that we deal with, and we do get some kickback from people who don't understand where we come from.
Hawaii is a unique place to buy, sell, and trade land because Hawaiian values previously were not that you own the land, you're of the land, right?
Right.
And so since that permeates and persists even until today, because there's that dynamic, it's a unique place to do real estate. So we appreciate the flowers sometimes because we also get the stones, right? And that is also my ploy to say, hey, even if you're a local person, you're like, I'm not selling my house, I'm not buying a house, I'm set, but I enjoy the channel. When someone talks real estate, think of us. When someone talks real estate, bust out the phone, say, hey, hit these guys up.
Yeah.
Right?